Chris, what is our fourth main topic today?
This comes from Marco. Hi, John and crew. CBR is reporting that Hawkeye's chances of getting a season 2 are getting slimmer because it seems Disney is going to place it in the limited series category for Emmy's contention. Are you surprised at all by this move? What do you think about it? Keep up the great work and bring on the filthy.
All right, thanks a lot for saying that in, Marco. And yeah, listen, Moon Knight is out right now. We're 3 episodes in. We're halfway through the series. I have been loving this series. I haven't loved a Disney Plus series like this since WandaVision, at least on the Marvel side. And I've just been eating it up. Now, a lot of people have been asking a question lately that I've said it's not a big deal, no big deal, they'll work this out, about the fact that Oscar Isaac has only signed for 1 season, right? And we talked about this yesterday too. It's just like, you know what? That's not a big deal. We've already heard that Marvel said they're going to shorten the amount of commitments they're going to be asking. And if a project should move forward after its initial incarnation, then everybody will want to be on board with it anyway, right? Well, maybe not. It is starting to look like Moon Knight and Hawkeye, thankfully Hawkeye. Sorry, I'm not a Hawkeye fan. I'm a fan of the character. I just wasn't a fan of the series. But it looks like Moon Knight and Hawkeye are going to be one and done series. Because Disney just submitted their lineups and shows for Emmy consideration. Unsurprisingly, Loki was submitted, and it is submitted under the Best Drama Series, is where they're going. Not limited series, because Loki obviously says at the end of Loki returns in season 2. They're going to be doing another one. WandaVision, of course, was submitted in the Best Limited Series capacity because that's it. It was a one-and-done series, limited series, all that kind of stuff. There you go. Well, they just submitted Hawkeye and Moon Knight as limited series. This comes to us from the folks over at CBR who write the following. As reported by Variety, Marvel Studios is in the process of submitting its latest batch of Disney Plus series for a variety of Emmy Awards. Similar to WandaVision, both Hawkeye and Moon Knight have been submitted in the limited series category, suggesting that the shows will not continue for a season 2.
Right.
Contrastly, while Marvel Studios had initially intended to submit Loki into the same category, the plan was changed due to the confirmation that Tom Hiddleston's mischievous god will return in season 2. As per the Television Academy's official description of the limited series category, a show that is nominated for the award must tell a complete, non-recurring story and not have an ongoing storyline or main characters in subsequent seasons. Now, let me read that part again about what you need to do to qualify for limited series. It must be a show that is nominated for the award must tell a complete, non-recurring story and not have an ongoing storyline or main characters in subsequent seasons. Now, it should be pointed out that the rules for the Academy of Television for limited series has evolved the last couple of years. And they've had to do in the last year or so, they've done some revising and tightening up of those rules. Now, it should also be noted that under the current understanding of the rules of limited series, something like True Detective would still qualify as a limited series because it is a complete, non-recurring story where the cast from one season do not carry over into the next. Therefore, you could do another you could do, if they wanted to, a True Detective season 4 and be completely good. But they had to submit Moon Knight in limited series. Now, I don't believe for 1 second that this means Moon Knight, we're never going to see Moon Knight again after the TV series. I don't believe that. I think he will pop up again in other things. But it does look like, unless Disney is completely just breaking the rules and they're lying through their teeth, which I don't think they are, Moon Knight is meant as a one and done, something that I didn't think would be the case, but it does look like not as big of a deal because I didn't like Hawkeye, but I love Moon Knight, and it looks like it is going to be a one and done series. Rob, we're hearing this now coming out. I really thought we'd hear them submitting it for Best Drama, like what they're probably going to be doing with Loki, but instead it's going to limited series. According to the new rules, you can't have a season 2 if you're doing this here. And by the way, one of the reasons they tightened up the rules is because of Big Little Lies.
Yeah.
That's because it was a limited series, blah, blah, blah. And then later they decided to do a season 2. So the Television Academy had to go back and change up the rules a little bit. So here we are. Hey guys, we want to take a moment and thank a sponsor of today's video, HelloFresh. So guys, look, my wife Ann and I were both working professionals, so we know how tricky, difficult, and time-consuming it can be to try to eat properly and prepare your own meals at home. And that's why, like over a year ago, we started using HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. I mean, you skip the trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and probably most importantly, affordable. HelloFresh offers the flexibility you need to easily customize your orders online or right in the app. Easily change your delivery day, food preferences, and plan size, or skip a week whenever you need to. HelloFresh is 72% cheaper than a restaurant meal of the exact same quality, and you can save on average over $65 a month when you order HelloFresh instead of going grocery shopping. So guys, I'm telling you, whether you are single or have a family, you are going to love HelloFresh. So go to HelloFresh.com/Campea16 and use the promo code Campea16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's again, HelloFresh.com/Campea16 and use that promo code Campea16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Rob, is this truly it for Moon Knight as far as the series go? And do you think we will see him appear in other things?
Yes. Okay, I think it is a one and done series. I think we're going to see Moon Knight. I'm going to keep this to myself why I think this. I think we're going to see Moon Knight in something else a lot sooner than you might think. But let's just keep that cryptic. But yeah, I mean, I think that, look, I've always thought that the MCU shows, John, were like the comic book limited series. You know, they would always do, Marvel had a great time doing limited series about various characters, whether it was a Falcon limited series or whether it was a Gambit limited series or a Venom, Lethal Protector limited series. And I always saw these shows as that. Like, I never expected them to have a second season ever. Now, Loki, they actually announced it. There will be a second season. WandaVision was clearly one and done because then Wanda's story will be continued in Doctor Strange. So it makes sense to me that these shows are limited. The Hawkeye show, you know, it told, not only did it just tell, that story was very specific. You know, it was very much, even the time of year. It's about one man trying to get home for Christmas, really. And I have no problem with that. I think Moon Knight, I think they have bigger plans for Moon Knight. They have a real movie star playing him. I think we're going to see him much sooner in a movie than you might think, and it makes sense.
So you are of the belief that we're getting this series, and then the series is that we're not getting a season 2. You're buying into that.
100%.
All right.
Because we're going to see him soon.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. By the way, Super Geek Movie Fan is writing in that, confirmed, Moon Knight is going to appear in Obi-Wan. Wouldn't that be... Hey, it is a desert.
I was going to say.
Hey.
It's a desert.
Maybe
Tatooine's
there are
kinda like
pyramids
Egypt.
on Tatooine. I mean, who's to say that the Egyptian gods, why do they only inhabit one planet?
That's right. They could be in a galaxy far, far away. Chris, you hear about this. I mean, I'm kind of glossing over the Hawkeye thing just because I didn't like Hawkeye. But for some people, the Hawkeye part might be even harder to hear because there are people out there who actually really did like Hawkeye. But you hear about this. Do you believe that this all but confirms that Hawkeye and Moon Knight are not getting second seasons, or do you think there's another option here?
I think it absolutely confirms it. Hawkeye told the story it needed to. All right, because we learned a bit more about that redemption, that guilt that Clint was feeling. We also finally had proper Hawkeye stuff in there, right, with the hearing impairment and everything, which was very, very great to include. And it introduced us to Kate Bishop. If we're going to have another series tangential to Hawkeye, it's going to be about Kate. It's going to be
the Young Avengers series.
Yeah. For Moon Knight, I think, he's going to be in some films. That's what Oscar Isaac does. He's in movies.
Where do you think the Mjolnir comes from? The reinstated Mjolnir. Just saying.
You think Khonshu puts Mjolnir back together again?
For what? What is he doing?
Because
hey, listen.
He's a fan of puzzles, and he just thought there was
I'm
1,000 pieces.
I'm just saying. Just Google Moon Knight Mjolnir.
Okay.
See what comes
I was
up.
gonna say he was just like,
Just
you know
saying.
what, Steven, I've been a real dick. I think you're going to be friends with this very pretty angel pirate. Let me get my super glue.
Look, man.
Pretty angel
Look.
pirate.
All I'm saying, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Ray, let me ask
Just
you.
maybe.
You
Just maybe.
just maybe. You watched the Hawkeye series. You're watching Moon Knight. Do you believe this is the end for their series? And are you upset about that? Do you not care? What do you think?
Totally. Like I do want to see Kate Bishop in something else. Maybe like Rob said, a part of a Young Avengers team, because that's
was
where
there
I
from
think
the
they're
beginning.
going, somewhere, either in Disney Plus or like a theater movie. But Moon Knight, yeah, I just think this is just explaining who the character is, and then he's gonna come back in something too. So everyone is familiar with the character. I think he should appear in something else. He's a cool character. He should be in something. I don't know what thing, because I don't know who he's interacted with in the comics or who he's been a part of.
I want to see him and the Punisher together now after that.
But I
comic
do,
strip.
yeah, I do want to see him. I want to see none other than Oscar Isaac play him, obviously.
Well, the Midnight Suns. I mean, I'd love to see that.
This show, Moon Knight, I'm just getting a joy out of Oscar Isaac. Man, his transition from Mark to Steven, it's
good.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even like the Moon Knight character sometimes takes a back seat to Oscar Isaac's acting, which is crazy, because Moon Knight is just like, he looks cool. The things when he takes out the weapons from
I
his
love
chest,
that. I love
the
that.
flips, jumping in front of the moon. I think every superhero needs to jump with the moon in the background.
They need a moon shot.
Why is that not
just
surprising to me?
They all need
super
their Sailor
cool.
Moon anime moment.
Everyone would look awesome, even Hawkeye. If
I
he
want
did
now
it.
fan art of all four of us.
I was gonna say maybe that should be
You
a
know?
new logo image for the John Campea
Yeah.
show. The
But-
four of us in front of the moon.
Like the
Love
Disney
that.
Plus logo, but the John Campea
But
Show.
I'm saying, like, this never really happens to me when I'm watching anything. It's usually the character first, but Oscar Isaac has been winning a lot in the series, and I think it proves how good of an actor he is.
All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this? Does it distraught you that we're not going to get a Hawkeye or a Moon Knight season 2? Maybe you believe for some reason that they're still going to do it anyway. Maybe there's something here we're forgetting about. Whatever you guys are thinking, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.